Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Night Zoom. I see some new faces on. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Laura. I am Joel and Steph's assistant. They currently couldn't make it tonight. I know, super sad, but that's okay because I've got two girls tonight who have just been crushing it this month, and they are both just super consistent with their business. Every day. I know they're always doing something to work towards it. They never give up. And I just really want them to share that and just show that those little pieces of action every single day can lead to very big enrollments like they're both pulling in this month. So we're going to first bring on Christy. So Christy, just share with us a little bit about your, sorry, my dogs. Um, just share a little bit about your story, how long you've been with It Works, things like that, and a little bit of your background.
Hi, you guys. I'm Christy Schlegel, and I am a diamond leader with It Works. And this is actually my second time in. This time around, I've only been with Joel and Steph almost 2 years, but altogether, I've been in almost 4 years. And so, um, I started because I was working two full-time jobs, 6 days a week. I never got to see my kids. Babysitter was literally raising my children. And not just that, but I got tired of being gone. I would leave my house at 5 a.m. and I would not get home until 9 p.m. every single night. And I just wasn't getting paid enough. I'm like, I'm doing all this work, but yet I'm still struggling to put gas in my car. I'm still struggling to pay my bills. And I was tired of that lifestyle. And I wasn't very active, at the time on social media because I was always at work. But I did get on there every once in a while to see my family's pictures and stuff because they all live off. And I seen a girl, posting about, how to make money from home. So I was like, okay, I've definitely got to find out what this is about because this could be my answered prayers. So that's how I got started. And, I just put my head down and got busy. I have never really done anything like this before. Um, and, I knew if I was coachable, like she said, that you can make what you want in this business as long you have to be willing to show up though because you are your own boss. And so I just ran with it, you guys. I was not tech savvy. Everything that I know now I have learned in this business, and not just through Zooms and through other people, but you know we all have things at our hands. You can get on in YouTube, anything. That's how I learned about TikTok and everything, like just YouTubing how to put words on my video, how to do this. um so yeah.
So you just mentioned TikTok, which leads me into my first question. You have really mastered growing your network, and I think that's a lot of what's paying or is leading to your success this month is you really took some time to grow your network. So can you share a little bit what you've done to grow your network and how you've kind of migrated them from TikTok over to your other platforms now?
Absolutely. So, at first, when all this started taking off, I was sitting over in the corner because I counted myself out. I said I couldn't dance, I couldn't sing, I couldn't do this. We always want to tend to count ourselves out and think of the things that we can't do. When honestly, we should just focus on what we can do. We all have a story. We all can, um, put value out there to somebody. Our stories matter. Everybody needs some type of inspiration in their life today. And at first I was just a lot of people know that lady that shares things on Facebook. It's a midnight, what is her midnight mom devotional. So I was just literally taking her posts and copying them and just putting it up on Facebook. I mean on TikTok with just a video of me just like standing there. And that's how it all just first started. And then I would just throw in a product um video, and then I would just throw in something about the business. But I would so at first I was just doing them on TikTok, and then sometimes people will go to your Facebook. But I realized a lot of people were like, I don't have Facebook anymore. I don't have Facebook. And I was like, okay, I'm trying to grow all of my platforms, so how can I fix, how can I do this? So then I started doing Facebook Reels, and I was like everybody else. I only had 200 views, 105. Like a couple of my videos had zero. And I was like, okay, this is for the birds. Like, why is everybody else's blowing up but mine ain't doing nothing? But I just stayed with it because I remember everybody was like, stay consistent. It'll eventually, the least amount of one that you want to take off is going to do it. And that's what happened. And it was the worst video that could have ever took off for me. And you guys, a lot of the comments were hateful. But I didn't focus on that. I didn't even, honestly, I didn't even keep reading them. I just kept doing the videos. I focused on 3 a day. I had my own time. So I would do one in the morning, one at like lunchtime, and then one at night. And I could not keep up. This just started like 3.5 weeks ago. I had 0 followers on Facebook, and now I have right at 100,000 followers in 3.5 weeks. And when I say that my inbox has been blowing up, like I have so many messages still. And I just, I was getting overwhelmed at first, but I was like, you know what? They'll be there when I have time, because I wasn't just going to sit here on my phone all day either, because that takes away time from my family. And we do this not just for the money, but for the freedom. So I would just, message back 50 of them, and then I'd wait till the next day, message back a few more. But it has really blown up my network in the last few weeks, and I'm just really excited about it because I've had so many people to talk to. And instead of before, where I would post, a work from home or work, usually I get like 10 comments. Now I get like 150. I can't hear you, Laura.
The unmute button helps sometimes. You really hit something on the head there about, you work the business when you have time. You don't want to be stuck in it all day. That's not why we're all doing this business. So can you just share a little bit, like, you said, like, you message 50 people and then you'll, take a break and go live your life for the day. But you said 3 posts a day. Do you just make them every day? Do you take a time and create a whole bunch of content? Like, what's your workflow like?
So at first I was doing them every day as I could. And that was really driving me nuts because I stay busy, like literally like crazy, especially now that it's summertime. So I was like, okay, I have got to figure out some type of schedule for content. So on Sundays, usually, because that's like kind of like our not so busy day after church and everything. So I'll usually get on TikTok, and then sometimes at night through the week, if I see a few that are trending or whatever, I'll save them. And then when it's my content day, and it doesn't take long, you guys, I literally take like an hour on Sunday afternoons, and I change my shirt 3 or 4 times. That way through the week, it looks like, a different one. But I just do like anywhere from 10 to 20. Now that I'm getting faster at them, I can do more. But at first it would be just 10 or 12. And then cooking ones, my cooking ones really took off, and like they're easy things. Like I even did one the other day about baked beans, and people were like commenting like crazy, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make these. So it doesn't have to be like, we always overcomplicate it, but it doesn't have to be. Just keep it simple and really, easy for yourself in your schedule. But I work like literally an hour a day, you guys, and I get a lot done in that hour.
That's awesome. And I know, like you said, the cooking videos, I've seen those a lot too. And you don't even have to show your face. I know so many people are so afraid I don't want to show my face on TikTok. Like you said, I can't dance. I can't do all that. You don't need to. Like, if you just show what you're cooking every night and a quick recipe with it, like, people love that and those take off. So now that you have this amazing network, what are you finding? I know you said you post still, you keep that consistent. What else are you doing to bring in the enrollments? Are you doing host to post? Are you just consistently, posting and doing, reels? Like, what's kind of your flow like?
So because of doing the host to post challenge, a couple of times back to back, I was getting in a lot of trouble and my account was getting flagged and everything. So I was like, okay, I better slow down with that. So actually, I haven't done that since the challenge, but I love host to post. It has built my business all the way to diamond. And but now all I'm doing is reels, and then I'm just messaging them, because you can go to your following and see, and I'm just asking them like, the same message everyone has. Hey, I came across your page. You look like you would be good at what I do. I always offer the business first, always. And, 99% of them are saying, yes, I need an income. And then they usually tell why. With building my following like this in the last 3 weeks, I have found that there is a lot of people out there that need this opportunity more than we can imagine. And then just being consistent. I told myself that I was going to be consistent through the summer, and that I have my KPI sheet and my little planner here that you shared it actually in the team page that has like the times you can post different things and stuff. And mine isn't exactly like that, but it works for me. So I'll have my posts set for the next day. But I have found that it's just consistency. It doesn't even matter. It's just consistency. Being consistent all week, talking about how I've just been at the, at the water park every day with my kids. I've had so many people sliding up on my stories now and just asking like, wait, how do you do this? I've been watching your story all week, after being consistent for so long and people continuously seeing it over and over again. It's just like an ad, you're going to draw them in.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think staying consistent and showing things other than it works is so important. Like you said, showing your life with your kids at the water park. And that doesn't mean you have to go places and do things. It can just be like, hey, I'm in my backyard. Like just showing your life that you're not just a robot who just only sits here and talks about slimming gummies all day, every day. And just being consistent. Like I can't say that enough. Like we're going to bring on Jessica here in a second. And just these two are so consistent every single day. I mean, sure, they might take a day off here or there, but 99% of the time, even if it's just an hour a day, they are putting in the work. And because of that, they're seeing their business grow. Before we move over to Jessica, I want to ask you, so I know, what are we at, like 3 DTs this month already that you're at? That's awesome. And is that all just from messaging, just straight up, like you said, going through your followers and messaging them?
So a little bit of everything. One actually came from TikTok, and one of my girls is on here, Jennifer, and Jennifer just signed up last week, you guys. She's already signed a distributor. She's already signed a few customers. Like she just jumped in and just ran with it. And I am so proud of her because you don't get a lot of people that are coachable and just, you know what I mean? But they really just come from everywhere, honestly. And I am putting my influencer application, it's in all my bios, and a lot of people are just going and filling it out now. Like I don't even have to say, but you do want that call to action. So on most of my videos or my posts, I say, fill out the application in the comments, because you can put it in the comments in the bio on all your platforms and stuff. But they really just come from all over, honestly. And another thing I want to say too is, I was the one that always just sold like 1 to 2 products, and that's definitely a mindset thing. And so going into last month, I was like, no, like there's no reason that I'm not offering the best of the best to everyone. And because I would always try to spend people's money for them, because I know what it's like to be broke. So, but I started just sharing just not only my results, but also like Rachel Jones, everybody that's using packages. So when somebody says, hey, what is that girl using that you just posted? Or, hey, she's using this package. So everybody has been signing up last month and this month with a package. I have not sold just 1 product or 2 products in 3 months. Everybody's like, okay, well, that's what I want. So, it just goes to show you, you don't have to order every single product that we have, but the kit, when you start, you have that kit, use those consistently, get your results, and then just push that out. You don't even have to worry about anything else right now. You push out what you use and people are going to want them.
I think I completely didn't even realize this when I put you two together on this. You are both products of the products through and through. And I think that's so important, because then, like you said, you can share your before and after photos with them, or even just your own testimonial. Like, hey, I've used this pack and I can tell you this is how it works. This is how I feel. And just having that personal story to go along with it is so important. So if you had to pick, because I know we do have a couple newbies on and your results are amazing, what would be like your top 3 products that every person should order?
Oh, that's so hard. Just because I use so many. So my top 3, definitely you have to have the coffee, because there's nothing like this energy that the coffee gives, for sure. Jennifer even texted me and was like, how many cups of coffee can I have during the day? Like, I shouldn't probably drink no more than 1, but so definitely coffee. And I love the gummies. Like the gummies have really slimmed down inches and everything, and just they're so good to take. And I used to use the TFX, but I just don't like taking pills, so I prefer the gummies, but everybody's different. And then absolutely the cleanse. You guys, everyone needs the detox. Everyone. I do one every single month. I'm getting ready to order another one now, but everybody needs one, and it just makes you feel good just alone. But just pick just pick 2 to 3 to stick with. And I'm telling you, your results and just you using the products is going to change your business because people want to see what you're using. They don't, you can show them all these other people and then they're like, okay, well, what are you using? Where are your results? And it kind of makes them wonder, like she's asking me to get this, but she can't even show her results. You know what I mean? So definitely get your own results. My very first results was the detox. Like that was my very first results. I was like, how can I get results really quick so that I can start, taking off? And it was the results because it got rid of all my bloating and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah, I swear by the cleanse too. I'm with you on that. I'm like once a month, no matter what. And I think that one gets lost so much, but it's also my favorite upsell because if it doesn't have it in that pack, I'm like, listen, you need the cleanse. You're going to jump your weight loss and you're going to feel so good. So if you haven't done a cleanse yet, everybody, put it on your auto ship. Do it next month or whenever you get it, because trust me, you're going to start being able to upsell that. And it's a good BV. Like it's 33 BV and it's only $40. So it's a really good value. And I think anybody can afford it. So thank you for sharing. Don't jump off. I might grab you again at the end. I'm not sure if Jessica can put her camera on, but I'm going to at least ask her if she can unmute herself. If not, I'm going to mute her for Hood. We call her Hood.
I'm here. Hood is here.
There she is. So I kind of like forced her into this. So that's why her camera is not as she's out and about. But
I mean, if you really want to know what I'm doing, I'll show you. But like you can honestly do this job from anywhere.
She's literally getting like her eyebrows microbladed right now. So I won't force her to show you guys, but that's what she's doing. And I was like, listen, I need you. You're going to do this no matter what. But anywho, Jessica, aka Hood, so I'll probably just call her Hood so you guys know. Can you just share a quick, your story, how long you've been with us, all that fun stuff?
All right. So this is my second time around. I am now a double diamond leader with the company. I've been back in, I believe, 2.5 years. I'm coming up on 3 really soon. And I basically joined for the money and to bring my husband home.
Yep, that's what she did. And so, what was it? I just lost train of thought. Sorry. In the past like 2.5 years, what have you been able to do because of It Works?
Well, number one, get my eyebrows microbladed and get all the tattoos I want. But no, seriously, we've been able to travel a lot more. A lot of our debt is all paid off. The only thing we owe is on our cart, my Jeep and my truck and our house. So those I'm dwindling down at each month. And, the main goal is to have everything completely paid off before I start to bring Jacob home.
Which you are going to do. I have no doubt with that. When I talk about consistency, this girl is literally the epitome of that. Every single day I get a text message or something that says new LC, new API. Like there's never a day that goes by I don't get some sort of like she's done something to grow her business. I know one thing I have had numerous people ask me to have you share about is you're like the queen of bringing in API orders from your current customers and distributors. So can you just share a little bit on how you are bringing in that extra volume every month?
So one thing I do is I just stay in contact with all my customers. Even when they turn their auto ship off, I become part of their lives. I constantly comment. I have a list of every single customer I have. So I pick 10 to 20 and I'll go and comment on their posts each day. Sorry, I'm trying to be still at the same time and talk. So I'm just basically keep being myself in their life and inserting myself, I guess you could say. So they're always seeing me post new things that we come out with. And then plus when we get new products, I'm always messaging them, hey, you're my VIP customer. I'd love for you to try this new product we came out with. And I go from there.
That's perfect. Like you are, even though they've canceled their auto ship or whatever, you're still keeping in contact with them. And it may be nothing to do with it works. You're just commenting on their photos or messaging on their story or something, just keeping involved in their life. So you're always there. You're always like, hey, like the little fly on the wall that never goes away, but that's okay. That's why we love you, Hood. So you just finished your success bonus today, didn't you?
Yes.
Yay! Everyone say yay for Hood. Everyone's clapping for you right now, just so you know. So awesome job on that. What was your best way of finishing that? Was it host a post? Was it just consistent posting? What did you do?
So one thing I've started new this month that has really been working out well is any new customer I sign up, I ask them for when they get their product to take one selfie, and that I'm going to send them what to post with it. And it's basically host a post. It's just they're taking a picture of themselves with the product. So then people are automatically interested because they see them using the product. And then I go from there. I can either, if their hat blows up, I can ask them if they want to be a distributor, or, I can get the customers off of their hat myself.
No, that makes total sense. And then that way you're growing both your network while doing host to post with somebody who's already purchased the product. That is so insanely smart. So what about distributors? Are you just cold messaging at all? Strictly host to post? I know you post, like you are the consistent poster every single day. I know you like clockwork. She's gonna definitely have her post up. So what's working best for you right now?
Distributors, I would just say like the host to post. If the thing that they post blows up, then I'm on them like, fly on what. I don't stop harassing them. I mean, I say harassing, but I just drop little hints in there. I'm like, hey, I signed another one of your friends up. This could be you totally making this money. Or another thing I've been doing is putting my distributor application out. Like if they don't purchase any product and I'm getting a distributor hat up, I put my application right below it, and people do fill those out.
I think the distributor application goes so underutilized at times. So many of us are just like, oh, it's just another thing to post or whatever. But I think that's a way for someone to get a hold of you without having to comment. Because I think some people are embarrassed that they have to fill this out and show they need money. So it's a way for them to reach out without having to announce to the world, oh, hey, I need money. So I think really
Definitely.
using that is huge. I know.
Definitely. And I feel like also it weeds out the ones that aren't very serious, because on my application, I explain everything and I say, only serious applicants apply. So it kind of gets rid of the ones that are like, meh, I'm not going to put in the money towards it.
That's so smart. I love that 100%. I might steal a screenshot of your application and post it in the team page, just warning you now. But I'm sure you won't mind. Hood is my guinea pig. I'm just going to warn everybody of that now. Like, if anything I ever need him, like, hey, Hood, I'm just going to use you, but it's okay. That's why she's my friend. That's why she's my friend. Goes both ways. So what about customers? You're not just selling one or two products either. What is working best for you to enroll those big BBLCs?
Basically, when I post, like Rachel Jones, of course, we all use her as her before and after because she's doing so good. And then I have my own results, and I don't use just one product. And I also use our skincare line. So that's another thing too. But I always start with the pack, and I always ask them their budget as well. And I say, what is your budget? That way I can find the best products that will work for you and get you to your goal is the fastest way.
Perfect. I love that. I love asking for their budget ahead of time, so you're not trying, because in that way, like Christy said, you're not spending their money for them. Then right away, like, okay, we can go big, or okay, do we need to scale it back a little bit and maybe only do a smaller pack? So that's really smart. Your results are amazing as well. I know coffee's a big one for you, and the gummies. What other products are your like fave must-have go-tos?
Definitely now the Skinny Hydrate. That is my absolute number one. The Summer Splash flavor. The Slimming gummies, like you said, the coffee. And I also, on the skincare line, I use the face illuminating pads. Those are my absolute fave.
I don't think I can live without those. Yeah, I'm with Christy on those. They're like everywhere in my house. We need those. So is there anything else you want to share with us? I know I appreciate you getting on, even though I forced you into it slightly.
No, just, everybody goes through their rough patches. It's not always rainbows and sunshine. You will run into those weeks where you're not getting anything, but just stay consistent with it because people are watching you. I can't tell you how many times certain people have told me no, and I still keep them on my Facebook page right now. And then they eventually come around anyway. They find something that you post about that kind of interests them, and then they ask you the questions again. And you just go from there, and you're like, hey, you've been asking me, for a year about this product. Let's do it. Let's get, you're going to like it. So just do it.
Yeah, don't be afraid to go for that ask. I'm the same way. Especially when it comes to distributors, if you're like thinking about it, I'm always giving them that option. Like, let's just do it. You can cancel anytime. The worst thing that happens is you get a ton of product for cheap. Like, let's do it. So I think not being afraid to not be like pushy, but at the same time giving them a like kind of nudge in the right direction. I think people are sometimes so afraid to take that leap that we sometimes just need to have the confidence in them for them at first. So don't be afraid.
And that's another thing too, is you want them to know you as a person. So don't just constantly post product. I need a distributor. I need this. Have some fun with it and take selfies and, just be the total goofball that you are. And, people like you much more than just a regular salesperson.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to get your husband involved.
Exactly.
Hood is the queen of that. Her husband is a goofball, and just, yeah, don't be you and don't be afraid to show your life. Like, people don't want to just see you trying to sell them something all day, every day. Be real, be relatable, whatever that is. If it's relatable, hey, I'm sitting at home watching whatever TV show, then show that. It doesn't have to be new and exciting or anything fabulous. Like, I get it. Sometimes our life is a little boring, but that's okay. So is everybody else's. They're going to relate to you. So just share that. So thank you, Jessica and Christy, for getting on. I appreciate you both so much. I kind of grabbed you last second. Steph and Joel had something come up last second, and then Stephanie texted me at 5 and was like, Laura, I need you to the Zoom. Find 2 people. So I appreciate you both. I know Steph does too. And Joe Stiff, as I call them, Joel and Steph will be back next week. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a great week, and we will see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.